Shalom, shalom. I want to start off my video by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kwadash, Barakatah. Alright, I want to give double honors to the elders at Great Millstone that's out here pushing this truth. Alright, 100% of this truth. Also want to say shalom to the hopeful elect in the 1/3. Alright, I got a topic that I want to touch on today for some of these newer brothers coming into the truth. Alright. So I want to talk about dreadlocks and tapes and your beard and things of that nature. Alright. So first off, if you're an Israelite, so if you're a so-called black man, Native American, or a Hispanic, you're an Israelite, alright? So you cannot get tapes. Alright? So no lineups, if that's what y'all call it, but you can't do that. That's going off, alright? I'm gonna bring out the verse for that, and we're gonna break it down like that, alright? That's in the book of Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27, alright? It says, and ye shall not round the corners of thy heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. Alright, so if you look at the interlineance on the blue letter Bible of the word round, it means to strike off skin. Alright, so we know that this is the corners of your head, right? So it says to not round. Round means to strike off skin. So what happens when the barber cuts your hair and then you get a lineup? He has to put alcohol on it, right? That's because he's striking off skin from your head. That's the only reason that it would burn, and that would be the only reason why he would be putting alcohol on your tape, because he took skin off. He don't put alcohol on the rest of your head. He only puts it on the corners of your head. Alright, so and it says, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. So you can't be shaving the corners off of your beard. You know, hey man, I just want a gold tee. You know, I just want my little chin hair right here. I'm gonna knock all this off. You can't do that. Alright? I'm gonna pull out another precept for that as well. That's in Leviticus chapter 21 and 5. Alright? They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. So that one's pretty simple, man. It says you can't make baldness upon your head. So no, you can't be out here looking like Michael Jordan. No, you can't be out here looking like Charles Barkley. No, you can't. Alright? You cannot bald your head. Now, if you're naturally going bald, it's a different story, you know? But to literally say I'm just going to bald my head because it looks clean, you know, that's going off. Alright? And what it said, neither shall they shave off the corners of their beard. So you can't be like, you know, I just like this look right here. I'm going to knock this off, and you're going into your natural lining, you know? And you're not supposed to do that. Alright, now if your hair doesn't grow there, that's a whole different story. Nothing that can be done about that. But to intentionally go and, you know, cut off your beard, you know, off the side, like, you can't do that. Like, mine is even a little patchy, but, you know, I'm not going to cut it off. I'm not going to cut it off to make it grow faster. I'm not going to cut it off, period. Alright? Or make any cuttings in the flesh. Alright, so you can't be doing nothing that's going to cut into the body. You know? Cuttings into the flesh. So that RFID chip, the mark of the beast, that's a whole different video, but We in the last days, and that's coming up as well. But you can't make any cuttings in the body, in the flesh. All right, you can't get tattoos either. All right. I know some of y'all thinking like, damn, you got tattoos. Yeah, I did. I had tattoos before I was awoken, and knowing that I was an Israelite. So I had to ask Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai for forgiveness, and I had to repent from that. So you're not gonna see me get another tattoo. All right. And like I said about the dreads, like a man can't have long hair. A man's not supposed to have long hair. All right, and I'm gonna put that out in the scriptures as well. Bear with me 1 second. We're going to 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. Doth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? So, doesn't nature even tell you that if a man have a long hair, it's a shame unto him? That one's pretty cut and clear, man. Doesn't even nature, just naturally. You're like, damn, you see dude with long hair. Like, damn, this dude got long ass hair. What the hell is going on? But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her. For her hair is given for a covering. But if any man seem to be contentious, we have no such custom, neither the churches of Yahweh. All right, so the woman is giving her hair for a covering. All right, one, because, when women get their hair done, what's the first thing they do? They playing in their hair, they moving it around, and, it makes them feel good. All right, and also, Salakia. Because the woman is the glory of the man as well. So, women are supposed to keep their hair covered when they're praying. All right? Men are not supposed to keep their head covered when they're praying. All right? And that's in the same chapter as well in Corinthians 11. And I'm going to skip down to it. I'm gonna touch on that since I'm here. 11 and 4. Every man praying or prophesying have his head covered, dishonored his head. But every woman that prayeth or prophesies with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head. For that is even all one as if she were shaven. For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and the glory of Yahweh, but the woman is the glory of the man. And I'm gonna skip down to 10. For this caused out the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. All right, so women are supposed to have hair, and that's just touching more on men not supposed to be having long hair. I just said it. For this caused the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. So the woman's supposed to have that hair on her head, man. That's what makes her feel good. The power like I said, the power on her head because of the angels. All right, men can have hair, but it's not supposed to be long. All right. We're going to go into the book of Ezekiel as well. going into the book of Ezekiel. That's chapter 44 and verse 20. Neither shall they shave their heads. Once again, there it goes again. You can't shave your head. Don't be following the way of these heathens, of these Edomites, which they make you feel is right. I know of some of the brothers, they go to the military or the army. What's the first thing they do? They shaving off your head. You go to prison. What's the first thing they're going to do? They're going to shave off your head. Why? Because they know what's going on. The higher elites of this world, the higher powers of this world, they know that. So that's why they try to take that away from you. All right, and it says, nor suffer their locks to grow long. They shall only pull their heads. So when it says, neither suffer their locks to grow long, they shall only pull their heads. So that means that they can trim, they can cut down their hair. All right, and in this sense, when it says locks, it's meaning their hair. In this specific passage, the word locks means hair. All right, nor suffer their locks to grow long. It just told you in the last passage. Isn't it a shame for a man to have long hair? So you can't, you're not supposed to have long hair. All right, and I'm gonna prove when I say about the dreadlocks. I'm gonna pull that out in the next precept. All right. So in that, if y'all in y'all Bible right now, let's go to Judges. And pull just means to cut off, hair, to shave down. All right. We go into the book of Judges right now. All right. Bear with me. All right, we're going to the book of Judges, verse 16. I'm Salakia. Chapter 16, verse 13. And Delilah said unto Samson, Hithator, thou hast mocked me and told me lies. And Salakia, tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, if thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. All right. So he just said, if you weave the 7 locks of my head with the web. And she fastened it with the pin and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awakened out of his sleep and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web. All right, so he said, if thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. Now, like I told you, we're going to go at the interlineance of the word of locks here, okay? And he said weave. So, they was doing crochet back then. All right, so we're going to look at the interlineance of that, and I already have it pulled up on mine. That's going to be Strong's H4253. All right, and when we look up the word locks, it says a braid, a lock, plait of hair. All right, a braid, a lock, so just meaning a ringlet of hair gliding over each other. Your hair is gliding over each other. What happens when they braid your hair? They crossing it, right? They crossing it. Or if they crochet, they doing the same thing. They crossing over the hair. All right. So, or a plait. We know what a plait is. That's like a braid, similar to a braid. All right. Now just think about it. Anything that you can lock can be unlocked. All right. That's just simple. When you got a dreadlock, you can't unlock that. It's matted here. All right. And then that goes into following the ways of the heathen, man. All right, and I'm gonna pull that out as well. I'm gonna tell you how that's going off, because that's following the way of the heathen. All right, bear with me, and I'm gonna pull out 2 precepts that's gonna tell you that. First one is we're gonna jump back to the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, and the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, "Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your Yahweh. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, which would be Africa, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances." So, Most High clearly just told you, hey man, don't follow those ways of where I just took you out of the land of Egypt, where you dwell, and don't follow the ways of where I'm going to bring you into the land that was promised to us, which is Canaan, which is Africa. All right? So don't follow those ways. You have certain ways that I want you to follow because you are a special people unto me. All right? I'm going to pull out another precept for that as well. All right? And that's in Jeremiah. We're going to flip to the book of Jeremiah. Bear with me. We're going to go to Jeremiah. That's Jeremiah 10. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Who he say? He didn't say everybody. He said the house of Israel. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So the heathen don't, you can't follow the way of the heathen. They're dismayed at the signs of heaven. They don't even know or care to be in heaven, and they don't belong there. Don't follow their ways, All right, and let me see here. Bear with me. So even if we look up the word heathen, all right, look up the word heathen, it just simply means a person who does not belong to a widely held religion, or as regarded by those who do. All right, so the heathen would be all you other nations outside of Israel. All right, so that would be your Chinese, the Indians, just anything outside of Israel, anything outside of that. All right. Bear with me 1 second. I wanted to pull up something else here. I'm just going with the spirit right now. Okay, that's what it was. All right, so when I was talking about the dreadlocks origin, even if you just go straight to Google and you type in dreadlock origin, you're gonna see what they call the god Shiva. She wore matted dreadlocks. All right, so the Indians, which would be the heathen. Remember, I said any nations outside of Israel, all right, would be a heathen. They wore dreadlocks. All right, so and they worshipped it. All right, and we not supposed to be worshiping nobody but Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, so this is all information that is readily available, to you, and you can go look this up at any point in time by simply going on your blue letter Bible, simply going to Google and reading. And I didn't just stumble across this truth on my own. All right, with faith and prayer, and most importantly, those two things, and then speaking with my elders, because the truth is given and to them, you know, and then they pass it down to the younger. You know, so you don't have a private interpretation of the word. You can't. All right. That's pretty much what I wanted to touch on today. Hopefully this video was edifying. You know, for the hopeful elect in the 1/3. All right. I want to close this video out by giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash, Barakatah. All right. I want to give double honors to the elders at Great Millstone for, you know, teaching me this truth, 100% of this truth. All right. And I want to go ahead and say shalom to the hopeful elect in the 1/3. All right. Kwam yasharahla.